I want the world to feel like I'm their friend. Like, it's not about being this cool thing on social media. It's like, if you think I'm cool, you think I'm cool. I'm not trying to be cool, though. That's just a swag, bro. Yo, it's your girl, Kaash Paige from Dallas, Texas. I'm lit. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a Capricorn.
With over 2 billion streams, Kaash Paige has built one of the most devoted fan bases online. But none of it started with strategy. It started with defining her voice and committing to it.
I'm a lot. I feel like I'm a rapper, singer, gamer, rock star, robot. I grew up in Dallas, Texas. Well, I really grew up in Grand Prairie / Mansfield, Texas. My upbringing was very suburban, but I was around the suburban kids that wanted to be from the hood. So it was a little mix of everything. It's pretty fun. I had a very supportive family, and I grew up running summer track. That was my upbringing. It had nothing, honestly, to do with music at the beginning. It was just more so sports. I wanted to be in the Olympics.
I didn't do the SAT. I didn't do the ACT. I told my mom I wasn't going to college. I was I'm gonna be a superstar, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy.
Everybody at school would say I'm crazy, that sounded impossible, and that I need to go to college. And I just had a dream, and when I want something, I'm not gonna stop until I get it. So it was just like, I made sure that I took the proper steps to not even go in the direction of college. My dad, he was in the music biz, and he really enjoyed it, and just being around him all the time inspired me to get into writing and honestly making my own sound and figuring out what that was. When I first started recording my pops, it was in his studio. He had a studio literally set up just like this. It was in the closet, like clothes and everything around it.
She'd be like, Dad, record me, you know? And I was like, you trying to record every day? You know, I'm like working, you know, but I could see the fire that she had in her eyes. Like I used to have back in the 90s when I was doing my thing. She had a little extra though. She had, the drive was a little bit.
I would not be a musician if I didn't have my dad in my life. Because for one, I got that from my dad, and he really wanted me to pursue it because he seen something I didn't see. I didn't see me as a musician. I see me as a track star. So at the end of the day, it's like whether we make music or not, it's like just having my dad as a friend to talk to, having my dad as somebody to laugh with, you know, it just feels good. I started dropping on SoundCloud first just because everybody was blowing up on there. Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty, Lil Pump. Everybody that Lil was blowing up on there. And I was like, okay, let me put my music on this platform because this is a platform that I see is getting a lot of traction. And so when I started using it, like 500 plays, 1,000 plays in high school, you know, I was like, that was a lot. You know, everybody at school coming up to me, liking my music, singing my songs in the hallways. So I was like, okay, maybe I can actually do something with this. I get hit by Tavis Chagway. He was a A&R over at Def Jam, and he DM'd me on Instagram saying that he loved my music and that he just listened to my whole SoundCloud catalog. He's like, I want to fly you out to New York. I flew out there, met with Def Jam, and I ended up signing with them. It was real artist development. They put me through PR training. They put me through stage coaching, vocal training, and just really were invested into me and making me, obviously, a superstar. They also let me do whatever I want to do, because at that time, I was like a hothead / I didn't listen to anybody. So I'm hard. I was cocky. I was like, I don't really need you guys' advice on how to make my music. I was like, y'all just build the infrastructure around me, and I'm just gonna drop the music. And this was like way before Love Songs even popped off.
That first viral wave was a track called Love Songs. And it didn't just introduce Kaash to the world. It showed her what actually moves people and what lasts. Fans weren't responding to perfection. They were responding to something true. And Kaash leaned into that truth, turning attention into connection and connection into a community that could actually support a career.
So my music blew up on TikTok. Obviously, my song Love Songs has about, I think, 2, if not 3 million videos on TikTok. I did not know that it blew up on TikTok until I was walking around at a college tailgate party and somebody ran up to me and was like, you're trending on Apple Music. And I was like, what? And they showed me, it was like Kaash Paige, Cocoa Butter Kisses, Love Songs. I was like, this is insane. And then the label started texting me being like, TikTok,
you're #1 on TikTok right now, on Spotify, TikTok, all these different things. I was like, okay, this is insane.
But I still think it's, to me, TikTok, Instagram are probably like the main two that I see have the biggest impact. It's kind of crazy because you just need to be on all of them. You've got to make use of those tools too. Like, you could have something pop off on Threads and then all of a sudden you're in a completely different situation. It's a lot of trial and error. You know, I think like for artists as well, the advice I would give is like, if one is working for you more than the others, then triple down on that thing and make sure that you're really working on building that thing.
Everything from there just became very insane. Features, video shoots, and I was working on my project Teenage Fever, ended up getting stupid features for Teenage Fever, moved to LA, I went on tour, sold out the whole tour. It changed a lot for me. Also really upset me at the beginning of my career because I feared being called a one-hit wonder. People all be like, oh, perform love songs, perform love songs, perform love. And I'm like, I have more music, you know? And I used to try to stray away from it for a long time, but then I just embraced it because I was like, this song is about love. A lot of people need more loving music. And I feel like it changed a lot for me as far as like bringing me into opportunities that I never would even imagine I could have. I've always had like a love-hate relationship with social media. I feel like whenever it blew up on TikTok, I was really excited, but then I think the labels took it into making TikTok music. And I think a lot of labels now are like, oh, you gotta use TikTok, you gotta blow the song up on TikTok. And that became the biggest strategy. Everybody just wants you to make TikTok music. Like, that's not a thing. If TikTok wants to pick it up, they're gonna pick it up, you know? I believe music strategy on social media is very, very needed. When I've done the short form content with my songs, I've seen it gain a lot of traction. I've seen my follower accounts go up. Like I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's also just you getting with the homie and just shooting some content and posting it. Instead of it having to be this whole thing where you're like, okay, on Tuesday at 8 p.m., we're going to post at this time and it, you know, the sun is setting and this is gonna be the best time to post. It's like, that's cool, but also I can post at 8 p.m. and it does nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think you just post and just see what happens and just stay consistent. I think consistency, you know, of the content or consistency in general, dropping music, whatever, that's where you really hit on the money. For artists chasing online numbers and charting, you're only gonna make yourself depressed, personally, because I feel like you're looking at the numbers too much. Look at the fact that you dropped a song. You know, look at the fact that you have somebody putting it out. If you're not just putting it out yourself, look at the fact that you have people listening, whether it's 5 people, 500, 5,000, or 5 million. If something's gonna go, it's gonna go.
As Kaash's world grew, her approach stayed simple. She didn't try to game the algorithm or chase trends. She just kept making music, recording every day, trying things, posting things, dropping music constantly, authentic, prolific, no overthinking. Because sometimes building a career isn't about cracking the code. It's about showing up again and again until the audience shows up too.
If every social platform were to disappear today, you as an artist, what do you own? How do you reach any of those fans that you spent years building? So I think what's really important in the future is ownership. How do you make sure that you have a direct relationship and connection with that fan so you can reach them at any point in your career? And I think people look at email as this really old way or old school form of relationship building, but I actually think it's crucial. From a strategic perspective, it's making sure that no matter what you do as an artist, that you have a way to directly communicate with your fans that isn't owned by someone else.
I think right now, my biggest thing is building a massive infrastructure around me. I'm getting some sharks around me and figuring out what Kaash's brand looks like and creating my brand into $1 billion brand. I'm managing myself right now and I'm gonna get a killer booking agent, a dope assistant, and I already have an amazing business management team that handles my finances for me. Met them at South by Southwest, actually, and an amazing attorney. When it comes to all those different things, you wanna make sure you're around people that can teach you what they're doing. People will see a lot of just me breaking the rules. A lot of people try to put people in a box. I can't be put in a box. Success to me means waking up in the morning, being able to breathe, being able to be alive. I just look at success as materialistic stuff. Like, I got a nice house, I got a nice car. Like, this is success. Like, oh, I'm dropping music. Like, no, success is being able to wake up in the morning and say, I'm alive, I have a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and food in my mouth, and I'm doing what I love, and I'm getting paid to do it. That's success to me personally.
Kaash Paige made music on her own terms from the start. No formula, no persona, just her. Social media and streaming didn't shape the sound. They simply carried her voice around the world. She stayed consistent online without chasing trends or overthinking the strategy. Just showing up, staying herself, letting the songs speak. And slowly, her real-life audience grew, city by city. Now, stepping into her next chapter without a label, building her own catalog and expanding into new countries and territories, she's creating a career that answers to no one but her. Because for Kaash, success isn't about fitting into the system, it's about building one that's truly hers.
Y'all keep chasing y'all dreams, love yourself. Love yourself, love your family, keep family first, keep God first, and just keep pushing to the max, bro. You're always gonna go to sleep wanting more and more, but just know, always be grateful for what you have so that you can actually reap the success and reap the actual feelings of what it took to even get to that place. So yeah, swag.